you can grow trees on sand?
No, that's part of the byproduct of the farm, featured in this week's episode. Yeah, do you want to take some apple saplings? You don't want any apple saplings?
I want to know what's going on, because what's going on in this farm? I don't.
Okay, ego. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Like they do on the Discovery Channel. Bring it on now, you and me, baby. Huh? Okay.
No. Let's start over here.
There you go.
Now then, welcome back to another episode of Ego and Nemson on Utopia³. Today we're both talking about tree farms and other farms, forestry in general. I've already set up 2 tree farms, similar to how I had them all set up in Season 1 of Utopia. So nothing special there from my point of view, and you guys who've been watching my channel for a while will know what I did. But I'm going to show... What was that? That wasn't you, was it? Did you fire that at me?
No, there's a skeleton. I've just seen one.
I thought it came from the other direction, but then I saw you with a bow in your hand.
Yeah, because I heard the Bowie thing. What's it called? An arrow. That's the word.
The Bowie thing. That Bowie thing, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Like that one.
Right, that's today's episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Right, so you need to find out about how to make these forestry multi-block farms and how they work and all that sort of stuff. And I need to show my viewers how I'm setting up my fuel power supply over here for the steam boilers to work. So I'm going to be working on steam boilers and getting this farm all working and automated. And Ego's going to be setting up some farms over at his place. So between us...
What are we getting from this place when you're not looking?
Are you just going to rip these ones out and take them over there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you how to make them all, but first I'll show you how they work, right? They are a 3x3, 4 tall, multi-block structure.
Why am I getting saplings?
Because they're falling on your head and breaking out of the sand here. These farms have been running so long now that I have no storage space left for saplings, apple, and or wood. My chests are completely full. I need to upgrade the storage. But these farms, okay, you've already seen how the sort of a circle around the farm is laid out, yeah?
Yep.
Well, if we dig some of this sand out, you'll see that there are stone brick blocks down here. Okay, this is an actual, right, important part of the farm. These stone bricks tell the farm where the farm is that it's in control of, right? Which is why it will automatically plant within that area you've defined with stone bricks. You get me?
Yeah, I get you. Just...
So
yeah.
Those great big holes you've left will need stone bricks as like a platform for...
The big holes that I haven't shown on camera yet.
Yeah, you're going to show them on your channel in your episode, don't we?
Yeah.
It's all part of today's episodes from Ego and Nemson. Well, the multi-block structure has to be touching those in the centre of. So as you can see here, I've got 3 blocks showing from above, and then there's 1 in the ground, because it's a 4-block height structure. Yeah?
Right.
You can put these stone bricks anywhere within the 4 high.
Okay, right, yeah.
So you could put it at the top of the farm, you could put it in the middle of the farm, you could put it at the bottom of the farm, like I have. It depends where you want all your gubbins to be sticking out, all the things that do stuff.
Oh, so because you're too lazy to dig down, you've put it...
No. You come and have a look. I only wanted 1 block to play with down underneath. So follow all the wires and stuff. I'm going to be sealing all this up in my episode today as well to hide all these pipes and wires in a very, very cool Ender.io way. But first off, let me show you over here. Right. So this is the bottom of the multi-block structure. Yeah? And you can see that it's connected to the stone brick of the farm underneath. Yeah?
Yep.
There are some special blocks in amongst these normal blocks. Right? And these special blocks are this one with a lever attached. Surprise, surprise.
Is that a power one?
It's the controller. So you can turn it on or off. Or off and on. Yeah? That simple. Right? The one inside the corner of this water reservoir is called a valve. And it basically accepts water. So
it doesn't make Half-Life?
No, it doesn't make Half-Life.
I forgot the game then. Good to tell.
The valve basically accepts water from the reservoir and keeps it full of water. As you'll see if you right-click on the farm, you can see inside it's got a water reserve, a water tank. Yeah?
Okay, yep.
Let's get some of these saplings out. I'm going to clear some of that out and put some more dirt in it. Right, so dirt goes in one side of it, saplings go in the other side of it, and all the products that come out of it go in the bottom bit. Yeah? You can see that it's also quickly removing them because the AE system's hooked up and taking it all out as fast as it can be put in. There's also a fertilizer slot. Yeah? Where you gone? Are you there? You are looking. Okay.
I'm looking at the thingy.
Alright, you're looking at the GUI.
The GUI.
So we've got the valve that lets the water in to keep the water full, but you could pump it in by any means, as long as you pump it into the valve block. We've got a power block, which is where this pipe goes into. That's basically just giving it power. It doesn't do anything else. You just put your power into that block and it takes power. And then I've got two hatches. These are called hatches that the AE system's pointing into. And I've got an input hatch and an output hatch. They're technically both identical blocks, but the AE system has got an import and an export bus connected to them, which means that I'm importing, and if you click on the basic import bus, which is the one closest to you, you'll see I'm importing fertilizer into the farm.
Right.
And the output doesn't have any sort of GUI that you can do. It just literally will take everything that it can out of there and put it into the AE system.
See, it's backwards on my screen. This one is the export one.
The export one's got the fertilizer in, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about the AE system is that you import into the AE system or you export out of the AE system. So I am exporting from the AE system, exporting it out into the farm, which is why it's an export bus. It's basically, that's how it calls it.
Look at me, I've got an AE system.
That's a confusing part when I first started with the AE.
Over there doesn't understand the AE system. Keep the freaking AE system. It stinks.
Yeah. I had exactly the same problem though. I couldn't get my head around imports and exports. But export is basically leaving the AE system and going somewhere. So this is an export bus to take things out of the AE system and put it into the farm.
Well, it's not very noob friendly, is it?
No, it's not. But that's the way it is. And it makes sense when you think about it after you've learned how it works. So the farm itself, right, it will put dirt down in the form of a humus, right, which can be crafted. But it'll put it down on the stone bricks, lay all the dirt out where you've laid the stone bricks out, and then it will start planting the saplings that you give it. And if you've got fertilizer, power, and water, it will harvest the trees that grow at a steady rate. I think the trees grow faster in one of these farms, but I couldn't guarantee that. So it harvests it all and it puts it into the bottom part of this GUI. But all the saplings it gets from the trees, it automatically keeps the saplings to replant. So you don't have to worry about putting saplings back into it. It automatically takes all the saplings it can hold and then deposits all the saplings it can't hold out afterwards. The byproduct of the humus is sand. When the humus dries out, you put dirt in. The machine puts the dirt and the water together to make humus and plants that. plants the tree in the humus, and then when the humus dries out, it becomes sand, and you have to replace the sand with more dirt.
Can you just say that 10 more times? Hummus.
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 Gong.
And that's basically how you have to rig the farm up. I was doing it all manually first off, coming down here and emptying them manually. But now I've got an import and an export bus. I've got it all automated. This little section behind you, you can see there's 2 export buses on the top of these furnace-like things. They are exporting logs into the top of these furnaces. And these are alloy smelters from Ender.io. It's basically using MJs that's been provided by the same power cables that are providing power to the farm, but they are burning the wood that the farm produces and making charcoal. And the charcoal is then being imported back into the AE system by the import buses underneath. So I'm just getting all the wood and turning it all into charcoal as fast as possible.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I likes it.
The pipes and all that come all the way back down here because this is where it all comes from. And these storage buses here automatically put them in the right chest. If you click on one of these storage buses that's next to a chest, you'll see that I've basically had to tell it charcoal is stored in this chest. And it will basically set it so that it will only accept the listed item. So it'll only accept charcoal. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of charcoal in there.
So
and it just...
can you put more than one thing in there then?
You can, yeah. So you can assign a storage bus. You see how many slots there are in a storage bus?
Yeah.
You can
So you
assign
could do it all
that
for
many
wood,
items.
for every type of wood.
We could put every type of wood into that storage bus and then one chest. You know how your vanilla hopper system works in the storing and storage and all that?
Yeah.
Well, let's say we wanted to keep all of our ores in one section of a storage place, right? The AE system could organise so all ores go into this chest, and all blocks go into that chest, and all raw produce go into that chest, and so on. And then that chest could then go into another AE system that sorts them out again, and so on and so on. So, yeah, there's lots and lots of possibilities of how you can do things if you want to do things. And however you want to do things, you can pretty much figure something out with modded Minecraft, can't you?
I want to rule the world. How do you do that? Is there a block?
I can ban all of the players from the server and leave you here all by yourself.
Yeah, let's do it.
No. Okay. Here, I've got a run of also Ender.io because I'm trying to stick to the same mod, Ender.io and the AE system to make the AEIO Aero system. AEIOU. No. This is basically putting the charcoal directly into a powered generator, a furnace that generates MJs. It generates 1 MJ per tick, but it's quite efficient at that, making sure that that 1 MJ a tick is guaranteed. And that power goes to power the farms, power those charcoal machines over there. It powers this device thing over here that I've been started making. And it also powers the AE system upstairs. So the whole farm is currently self-powered. All of these storage chests down the side here are storing everything that the farm produces and everything the farm needs. And it's self-sufficient because it organises and sorts itself. It doesn't have any connection to any other storage that we've got anywhere right now.
So what you're saying, this farm is completely independent and no longer requires you?
Yes.
So why are you here?
Because I want to make it into more power so that we can use the AE system on a larger scale. So at the minute, there's enough power running through it to make the AE system manage the systems I've got here. Right. I want the AE system to be able to manage all of our storage in your base, in the caves upstairs, in our man cave upstairs, over at the Tinker's Construct little place, even anything else that we may build around the place. And every time you add some more AE cables and AE machines and devices, you end up using more power in the AE system. So I need to make sure that I increase the power before I increase the size of the AE system. And then it will literally be a case that you can walk over to a terminal and just drop everything into the terminal, and it will sort it all out and store it all away for you. And when you want something, you go to a terminal and you go, I want some of that, and you just pull it out of the AE system and it becomes yours in your hand. No hunting through chests, no running around anywhere. One terminal, and we can duplicate that terminal. That terminal, we can have a terminal on every corner of every corridor. We could have a terminal every 5 spaces if you wanted to be really lazy and didn't have to walk anywhere. You could literally turn around, get to a terminal, and you've got access to everything we own.
Sounds good.
It is good. It's amazing. But it needs a lot of power to be able to do all that. So the system I'm working on at the minute is turning all of the byproducts of the farm. So we're currently burning the wood to make charcoal, put the charcoal into the boilers to make energy to make the AE system do all this. What I'm left over with are saplings and apples. So the first bit I've got over here is the squeezer. The squeezer squeezes apples and turns apples into apple juice. Okay?
Can I have a bowl? I'm thirsty.
You could probably have a bucket full, yeah. I could do with a coffee. And as you can see, there's a tank full of apple juice here behind us. And this is from the open blocks tanks, which are excellently cool tanks. So if you grab that block you're on, you can see it's actually still full of apple juice. You can carry that block with you and put it down somewhere else, and it will still have the same apple juice in it.
Yep.
It's
Don't know where it's gone.
It's in your pocket. It's awesome. But you have got to put that lever back that was pumping it all out. So that's why that one block was there. And you put the lever on the other side for the redstone engine.
I wondered why your tank wasn't,
Yeah. Well, I'm actually planning on bringing it so it's hanging over so that you can see the contents, the liquid contents from the front. Because with those being multi-blocks that you can shape however you want, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with it. I think I've got some more, actually. Let's go and get some more on. Because it's about full now anyway, since I left it earlier. Yeah, I've got a few. Let's put a few of these on. And I'll show you how really cool this tank from Ender.io is. No, open block, should I say.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's an open block.
It's not that cool because it's the wrong mod.
Right, so watch this. Are you watching carefully?
Am I watching?
You see how cool that was?
That is good, yeah.
See how amazing.
If you put another one, and then
it evens itself out with a little flow of liquid, like... Blah, 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 blah.
I can't cope with this. This is in Minecraft anyway.
It's so awesome. And because it's a multi-part structure, I can just go boink and boink. And then from the front, we'll be able to see the liquid in the tank and see whether it's fill up or not. And that's going to carry on filling up now because the squeezers were full of apple juice, so it'll quickly pump all the apple juice out and put it into the tank now. So that should fill up fairly quickly.
Cool, I like that.
Yeah. A byproduct of the apples being squeezed into fruit juice is mulch. You can't see the mulch in there because the AE system is taking the mulch out as fast as it can get it.
Right. This AE system's very,
needy. It's very
needy.
It's awesome
it's very, very controlling.
Right. And then, so that's the apples gone, and I've now got an apple juice and a mulch, right? So we come to the next block, right? That still can't generate power from apple juice, and I still can't generate power from mulch, and I've still got saplings. So over here in the fermenters, you use mulch instead of fertilizer, and saplings, and fruit juice to power the fermentation process, and using those 3 ingredients and some power, I create biomass, right? And if you click U over the biomass, I think it should show us some uses of biomass. But basically, I can turn biomass into a liquid fuel and put it into boilers and boil it up and make steam. Well, boil water up using the biomass as a fuel. Make steam and use steam to make steam engines, not the choo-choo train type. And the steam engines will then produce energy, and the MJs will go into my system and overproduce energy in comparison to what it's using to create the energy, and therefore I have a positive energy system to power the AE system that can then do everything else, and I just keep adding to the AE system.
Basically, what you're saying is if you give a man an apple, he can eat for a day. But if you give a man a sapling, he can grow a farm that was going to control his AE system.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Perfect for the third world country.
Oxfam advert.
New Oxfam advert. Give a man an apple, and he can feed himself for a day. Give a man a sapling, and he can make a whole AE network.
Oh, See, we've solved world hunger and fuel.
Well, I'm trying to.
At one sapling.
Modded Minecraft solves world hunger. But anyway, I'm going to be making some steam tanks, some steam boilers, some more bits and pieces to finish this workload off. I've got to transform the biomass into a fuel and then put tanks here and engines here and connect all that up, and I'll probably show the viewers a little bit more of this behind the scenes stuff, but it's basically pumping stuff in and pumping stuff out and ending up with a big green liquid in a tank. So I'll be back in a bit when I've built some more stuff. Right.
So that gives me 1. So 4 gives me 1.
4 quartz. Yeah, 4 quartz in that alloy smelter gives you 1 fused quartz glass. And how many fused quartz glass do you need for the reservoir?
16. I need 2 per 2. So I need 16 in total.
16 in total. Okay.
Does that sound right?
Sounds about right. Yep, why not? Call it that. That's fine. I, on the other hand, need to make steel. I can't figure out how to do it without making a big thing. I'm going to need a rolling machine, because I'm making steel liquid-fueled boilers. Liquid-fueled boilers now need iron bars and steel plates. And steel plates, I'm trying to figure out how I make the steel to make the plates. And I've got this liquid casting table thing, recipe. Ingot cast.
You know this smelter?
Nickel. Molten nickel. Hold on. Nickel. I've got to figure out how to make nickel. Blocks of steel make nickel. And there's got to be a thing that I can do to make steel in this smeltery. No. No, there isn't. Hey Kyle, how you doing?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Does Kyle have a blast furnace?
He said the other day on one of his videos he was making a blast furnace.
Yeah. Can I use blast furnace, please?
5.
Because I don't want to make a blast furnace myself for a bit of steel. Thank you. Thank you. And has he got fuel in it? Nope, he hasn't got any fuel in it right now. Dang. Wow. What's he got in there? A little bit of coal coke. Ah, yeah, that's cool. Right. Put a little bit of coal coke in there. Put a stack of iron in there. As that idea is out the window, though, I can't do it through Tinker's construct. I'm going to have to do it through a blast furnace. I'm using the blast furnace over at Kyle's so that I don't have to make my own blast furnace and set it all up. And so now I need a rolling machine ready to roll it out into plates. And a rolling machine is 4 pistons, a crafting table, and some ingots. Easy peasy. And it uses...
That's a pretty simple recipe.
A very simple recipe, just beyond vanilla. And I'm just gonna dump it here in this range for now, because I've connected the power up very roughly for now just to get this range working. I'm gonna hide all the wiring and all that sort of stuff in the future. But just for now, I've got enough power to set up a rolling machine over here. So I've got to wait for the blast furnace to get me all the steel I need and to set up a quick rolling machine to start rolling the steel so I can make these liquid fuel boilers. And I think I need 9 of them. And each one needs steel plates and iron bars and fire charges and all the rolling machines, the 2 rolling machines. And Bevo's joined the game. Hey Bevo. Right, rolling machines, and they've got all the power they need, so let's start one of them off with some iron ingots in. So, bless it like that. There we go. So, oh, it's it auto balances. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's cool. I like that. Do you get that? I like it.
I might have missed that. Can you just repeat it? Do you what it?
I like it a lot. And then those go into that like that, and then I can craft that into the low pressure boiler tanks. Awesome. So I'll just keep making those up. That's cool. Excellent.
What was that?
It was me like, oh, after about an hour of grinding away at these crafting recipes, I think I've oh no, I'm missing something. Oh, okay, be back in a moment. I need 9 of those twice, technically. I'm only actually going to make the first one, and that's been an hour of grafting to get the steel plates over at Kyle's blast furnace, because each 4 of those needs 4 ingots of steel, and each ingot takes like 5 minutes to smelt in the blast furnace. There's no quicker way of making it, so I've been stuck out there for ages.
Oh God.
Yeah, so now I've got 9 of those, and
Right.
I've got enough low pressure boilers to do the rest. I also need these. What are you doing? You're making some tin gears. You done?
Yep. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so now I need to make my engines. I'm going to make 12 engines, and these had to roll out in the rolling machine as well. That wasn't too difficult. I had that ready a long time ago. I've just been waiting on this steel. Now I'm going for 12 commercial steam engines. Right, and now I'm going to go and set it all up downstairs. Right then, so here I am at what is a part finished structure of the build that I'm doing, and I've spent ages making. So what we've got is we've got the liquid fueled boilers, and the liquid fueled boilers should take the biomass or the energy, the stuff that I make from it, the ethanol I think I make from it or something like that. Take the biomass, and I'll put the biomass into this liquid filled firebox boiler, and then the boiler will generate steam into that big tank there, which is a big steam boiler which can hold tons of the stuff. And then I will use these engines, which I'm going to attach onto the front of it, because I think I can attach them straight to it. I'll find out and change it if I can't. But we're going to attach those like this. Well, not quite those angles. They're a bit funny, those angles. But about like that, pointing out. And then we're going to put the cable in on the ends of these into this big cable that comes down here that you can't see because it's got the special blocks on. You've got my special spanner, haven't you? My Aki spanner, whatever it is.
I'll say yes, just for the sake of...
I gave it you earlier to do your reservoirs.
Yeah, I've got it, don't worry.
Yeah. I think I can use any wrench to look through it, though, so I should be okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, no. No, I can't. Oh, well, never mind. So, maybe a Buildcraft wrench. I've used the Buildcraft wrench. No, it was the IC2 wrench earlier, and I looked through it. That was strange. But anyway, there's some power supply going through that thing there. It comes all the way down here like this, like it comes through there. So that will be getting hooked up to these engines that will be facing the right way. And I'll have 2 of these boilers on the go. And I'll pump all of the biomass in through and burn it and make lots of energy through steam power. This just needs a regular regular bit of water in it to make the steam. And I could just use one of those cool reservoirs from the Ender.io in the same way as I'm using them underneath the farms, and how Ego's showing in his episode. We've got them to sort themselves out. With a bit of luck, that should be then a decent power supply, and I can work on building this front facade to make it look cool and make the whole thing almost like a room within the man cave. And then we'll see what other energy sources I can mess about with. So, until next episode, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on Utopia Cubed. Say goodbye, Ego.
Goodbye, Ego.